think it'd be great.
We're
Start it like that.
we are back.
We are. Look at that. 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought it?
Yeah. We're
Not I. Not me.
no. Yeah, so today we have the inauguration today. We're shooting this on Monday the 20th. So Trump gets inaugurated today, and we will talk about a couple things going in motion because of it.
Yeah.
One of them will be this new external revenue service.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And what that may look like. There's not a lot of details on it. And then the IRS Commissioner news. But that's pretty much it. Besides, I want to lead off with how the majority of the world was in a full panic over TikTok.
Pure panic.
Over the weekend. I'm sure there was a lot of businesses that were throwing a fit.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, especially because I'm sure there's a lot of companies that use it for purely marketing reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was gone a total of what, 15 hours?
Something like that. I mean, I think I went on and was it Sunday? It was Sunday.
Yeah.
So Sunday morning I went on and it had the little warning, and then went back in later in the afternoon and it was on.
It was already back up.
Full running.
Yeah. Cool running.
It looked like what Trump was saying, like something about he could turn it off and no one, they wouldn't make any money, or he could turn it back on and he's going to own, United States is going to own 50% of this TikTok in America.
Interesting.
And then the rest of it would be other businesses. So I don't know what that looks like.
No,
I don't even know if that's real, but that's what he was saying, was 50% of it would go to the United States. I don't know where that would go. But there's a lot of money, I know, flushing through TikTok.
Yeah. What do I thought I saw something on how they valued it, but now I can't even remember the figure. Some hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't know how I feel about the United States owning a social media app. But I guess we'll see. So that was kind of the big news, besides Detroit Lions totally blowing it, Batul. Had to get that in on the pod. But yeah, so let's go into this external revenue service.
Yeah.
From the article on Accounting Today, I'll just kind of read off his post from Truth Social. It says, I will create the external revenue service to collect our tariffs, duties, and all revenue that come from foreign sources. We will begin charging those that make money off of us with trade, and they will start paying finally their fair share. And that's supposed to start today. So I don't know what I don't even know what that's going to look like.
I can't even try to wrap my head around it at this point.
I don't think he can just say it and it's going to happen. I think it still has to get passed by Congress.
I don't think anything can be enacted immediately, but I'm still trying to understand exactly what their tariffs still confuse me. So I guess they'd be taxing China or the other importers.
Yeah, anything
products,
anything getting sold in here from outside.
Yeah,
he's going to put a tariff on it. From reading in the article, it looks like right now, like the way they collect tariffs, it's only 2% of the federal revenue. That's what it says in here, or it's less than 2%. So I guess he sees an opportunity there to increase that. What that does in the whole big picture of the economy,
it's hard to say.
I'm not that bright, so it's not going. I don't know what that would do.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure either. I mean, if you're increasing the revenue in that department, what does that do for the Internal Revenue Service? How does that affect the individual and business tax systems?
Sure.
Does that maybe create some kind of more of a reduction in taxable income calculation, or does it do nothing to it? And now all of a sudden we got more money flowing into the government. So, what all will that bring?
Right. Yeah. Today's going to tell a lot. We're shooting this in the morning, so he's supposed to speak in the afternoon. And I think I was reading there's 200 executive orders that he's going to sign today.
Oh, gosh. It's not wasting time. Just coming in swinging.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what happens from today going into the end of the week and see everything that he signed and put in place.
You think he doubles down and has the village people back today?
I think he's leading the show off with him. But yeah, because during his campaign, he was saying about the tariffs, it was going to be like up to 60% even to like China that he would increase these tariffs to. So
yeah,
it's very, very interesting.
Which to me sounds like it only increased the price of the goods we have to pay for. So I don't know.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah, there was a couple other things we wanted to talk about. The IRS Commissioner.
Yeah.
So Danny Werfel came out on Friday and says he has plans to resign today.
Yeah.
I think me and you kind of discussed this previous pods where since Trump already nominated that the Billy Long, that this would probably happen.
Yeah, and like it was in this article, it says it's not uncommon for people to resign when a new administration is coming in. So we'll see. But of course, that guy he's appointing or gonna appoint isn't even put into place. So there'll be a interim IRS commissioner. I don't remember what they said his name was, but
yeah, Douglas O'Donnell. He's the deputy commissioner.
Yeah, sounds like he's done the whole interim thing before. So
yeah, I think he did it the one before. So I think this is more just like a courtesy of the current commissioner of trying to make a smooth transition,
right?
Because he knows kind of the writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
But
making everything more easy on it.
Yeah, I mean overall, Commissioner Danny Werfel, I mean, he had a lot of opportunity in his tenure here. They had the increased funding from the Inflation Reduction Act, which we discussed, in previous pods where they were doing a lot of cracking down on notices and past due debts.
Right.
I thought that was going pretty well. They also launched the direct file program, which today that might be the end of that.
Might be the end of that. We'll see.
But yeah, overall, I didn't think he was bad. I think there's mixed reviews from him, but I thought because of the funding that they were doing a lot of new things at the IRS.
Yeah, I mean, seemingly by everything I've read through here, he's a good commissioner. Just with the timing of it all and the new president coming in, seems it was his time to step aside.
Yeah, I mean, from what they've been talking with the $20 billion they're trying to cut, and with Elon and Doge coming in,
old Doge,
it's going to be very interesting in the next month to see what's actually going to play out, because there's a lot of talk going into campaign season and election and trying to get voters, and what's real is now. So,
yeah. So, I mean, the day being inauguration day, it'll be interesting, like you said, to see what is all signed within today and all signed within the rest of this week, and what kind of changes, they're going to push forward as far as some of the tax changes they've mentioned. Are they going to attempt to do those now or following season, or if at all? I guess that kind of all remains to be seen. But I think, yeah, definitely over the next few weeks, month or so, we'll kind of maybe have a better idea of how it's all going to shape out.
Yeah.
And if we'll still have, the tax system or not.
Yeah. It's crazy the things that you could imagine happening from this election. It's kind of scary.
Just wild. A bunch of stuff coming out. And who would have thought TikTok would be at the forefront of things?
Yeah. But, everyone's back to their mind-numbing scrolling again.
Yeah, myself included.
Yeah, that was pretty much the gist of the news that I saw out there. Obviously, we discussed last week about the start date being next week.
Yeah, coming up.
So everyone's excited about that one.
I don't know if excited is the right word to use.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're excited.
Sure. Buzzing. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we have in-house, we have a couple webinars.
You get the words out there.
Webinars this week.
Webinars.
Yeah. we have our Spanish webinars this week, Tuesday and Thursday, and then the following week we have the final, the tax updates.
Yeah.
So, which I don't know. I don't think he can change anything for this year, but the things that kind of we discussed for like the TCJA.
Yeah,
we might find out.
Be nice to have an idea of what's going to go on with that, if it's going to get extended or not.
I mean, he created the thing. I don't think he's going to come in and destroy them. So they're going to push to extend them, I would think, and maybe change a couple items.
That would be my thoughts, too, on it. So, to me, I hope it gets extended. You know, kind of the way it works really kind of simplifies some items, especially Schedule A type stuff. Not a lot of people really itemizing anymore because of the increase in the standard deduction. So if that goes away, then obviously all that kind of starts funneling back in. So personally, I hope it's extended, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Get a better idea of it coming up.
Yeah. Just interesting. We probably should have shot this like in the afternoon so we would have known a little more. But
do an emergency update later.
We'll do a live emergency episode.
Have some sick newsroom music come in. It's
just
a YMCA.
It's just a village people. But yeah, I think that was pretty much it that we had for the day. Just talking kind of IRS Commissioner news. He's stepping down. Billy Long, looking like that Billy Long will step in.
Yep.
Eventually. And then this external revenue service.
Be interesting to see what more develops about that. I mean, like next week we should have maybe a decent idea of new different items that he's trying to push through, or what is getting squashed and what's not.
Yeah. I'm assume there's going to be a lot of content that we'll be able to discuss going forward in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, that's all I had today. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, sir.
I will see you next time.
Next time.
Got him.